Hey everyone, it's McCall. Today we are gonna unbox and take a look at the Aputure 120d. So recently there's been a couple of shoots that's come up where I could have used a little bit more video light than what I had. So I decided to get the 120d to kind of help compensate for those scenarios. Now, I do know that there's the 300D that's already out and it has nearly twice as much power as this light. That was definitely something that I was eyeballing, but there seems to be a couple little quirky issues with it, and honestly, that's a little too much light. Not that I could never use it, but just right now, I would rather just go and get something that I know that works, and there's a lot of hype about this light right now. So let's go ahead and unbox it, and I'm gonna give you guys my first impressions. Here is the 120D inside the kit that it comes in. The case seems fairly rigid. I don't know if I would 100% trust this for like airline use. I don't really know, but it does seem rigid enough that I wouldn't have any problem throwing this in the back of a trunk and going out and doing a video shoot in a rural area. And there we are. All the hype about the Aputure 120D. So this is the daylight version of their 120 series, and wow, I've really got to say this is a beautiful light. All right, and the first thing I noticed about this light is it seems to be very well made. I am definitely not complaining about that. It is plastic, but it feels like durable plastic. It doesn't feel like something that's going to easily break. Everything seems super rigid. And you can actually see the yellow fan over there on the bottom. This is looking really good. Now, something else I've noticed right off the bat is this. The reflector is kind of loose. Now, a while back, whenever I first bought the Flashpoint Explorer mono lights for my photography, like studio work and whatnot, I noticed that that mount was also like really loose. About as loose as that. And I contacted Adorama and I was like, hey guys, why is this thing loose? And it turns out, according to them, Bowens S mount is one of the most used mounts around the world for photography and video lighting systems. And there are so many different variations to the light modifiers that they actually made it intentionally loose so that all the different light modifiers can use it without any, like sanding or grinding of the modifiers themselves. So that's why this is loose, but since the light's gonna be stationary, obviously that's not really gonna become an issue. All right, so there's the light. I'm gonna put it back in here. The inner padding just kind of feels like, like some thick foam that you might find inside of a camera bag. This thing's built good enough that I don't think I'm gonna have any problem using this case to transport it around. I'm not really gonna be too worried about getting banged up. Here is the other piece to the light. This is actually kind of like the main component outside the light, because this is gonna be like dangling below it, probably on the light stand. And as you can see here, it's got a little antenna. This is where all of the lighting adjustments are done. And as you can see here, I got the V-mount version. You can see right there on the back, I'll be able to hook up my V-mount batteries. And I'm pretty stoked about this purchase, guys. I really think this light's gonna, help add some portability whenever I need some light on on location whenever I'm out somewhere. And this thing puts out a pretty good light output, but we're gonna test that out. All right, and here's the cables that it comes with right there. Of course, they've got the bag strap right there. All right, and right here's the power brick. If you're not gonna be using the V-mount battery to power it, you're gonna need that to power it up. It looks like right here on the top is the remote. Oh, look at that, it already came with the battery. All right, the remote feels okay. I mean, if you look at it, you can tell that this isn't some like super high-tech remote. I believe it's infrared, so it's probably only gonna work if I'm really close to the light, or if I'm in an area where the signal can bounce off the walls and whatnot. But you're talking about a light, at least at the time of purchasing this entire kit with shipping only cost like 660 bucks. And you're talking about a very powerful video light that has CRI 97 plus ratings. It's an LED source, so it's not gonna get all that hot. This is a pretty wicked purchase. and a really good bang for buck if you're looking for a video light to go on location with, and also just to keep around that's going to give you some really consistent results. And I personally believe having a little remote like this just kind of puts the icing on the cake, because now you have manual control of it without having to actually touch the light. So like I said, this isn't the most high-tech remote, but it's going to get the job done. And oh man, I guess they weren't kidding. I've already seen, you know, like other video reviews about this light, hence why I bought it. And everyone said that it came with a lot of stickers, and yeah, looks like it. All right, looks like it's just a guarantee card, a manual, and just some other stuff included. So that is pretty much everything in the bag here. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get everything plugged in because I just wanna turn this baby on and just see how bright it actually is in person. Okay, so I have everything just kind of hooked up right here on the table just so I can just kind of see how bright it is right here in front of my eyes, and we're gonna turn it on. Woo, there it is. This is just 10%. We're gonna go ahead and make our way up. 20%. All right, there's 50. I gotta be completely honest, the lights that I'm using right now, this is already probably brighter than those. Or maybe really close. Those are going into a softbox and umbrellas, and they're actually reflecting back. But this is 50% is already like wicked bright. Now we're gonna go up to 75, and that's freaking bright. And then 100. Oh my gosh, guys. This is awesome, guys. This is really cool. So right here, this is kind of like the control box, if you will. You can see kind of what it looks like there. I'm at 100%. So one of the most awesome things about the Aputure lighting systems is that, for one, these remotes work across just about all of their products, and for two, they all use very basic like technology, like channels and groups, to get these lights up and running. If you guys don't understand channels and groups, I have a video made on that, and you can check that out right up here. You know, you can assign each light their own channel and group, and you can target them independently. So if you want to have multiple lights in one scene, but you want to control them in different ways and, you know, adjust them and whatnot, you can do that. You have that flexibility with these lights, and it's real simple. There's 3 channels and 4 possible groups to choose from. And I think that's pretty wicked. So I can choose that right here. And then there is a fan mode, force or auto. I'm gonna turn it on force, and I'm gonna see if I can hear it. I'm not hearing anything, guys. My microphone is only 2 feet away from the light, and it's probably not picking anything up. Yeah, that's super quiet. Now, obviously over time, you know, if I were to have this light 100% for a minute, it might start heating up eventually, and that fan might go a little faster and cause a little bit of noise. At least right now, it's super quiet. That's awesome. All right, everyone, so that pretty much wraps up the video. I just wanted to quickly unbox my new 120D light from Aputure, and I also just wanted to have some first impressions and record it so I could show you all why I purchased this light and why I think it's gonna be an awesome light to have around in my arsenal. Just to kind of throw out there a quick disclaimer, I bought this with my own money. Aputure is not sponsoring this video, and I'm not endorsing their products because I'm affiliate. I literally just saw all the hype about this light, and I was in need of a little bit brighter light than what I currently own. So I went ahead and got this, and so far, I'm very pleased, guys. I think this is gonna be an awesome light, but time will tell, and I'll keep you all in the loop. So as always, be sure to like this video if you enjoy the content I'm pushing out to you all, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for those weekly uploads. And like I said, guys, just start hashtagging McCall Photography and tagging me in your work so I can see what you all are up to, all right? Get out there, start shooting, and have some fun. My name's McCall.